Wake up, real estate. Good morning. Josh is a few minutes late today, so he's getting to make it big app. The big Josh is late, so you all know what a slacker he is. But I wasn't here yesterday, so I guess it's all right. So I'm going to jump right in today, guys. Go ahead, comment down below if you can hear me and you're having a good wake up real estate morning. Definitely hit the notification bell, subscribe if you haven't already. This is Wake Up Real Estate. That's what she said, Ernest. That is what she said. So let me hang up. Jordan's trying to call me here. So let's hop on in to What's Working Wednesdays. We've been rolling with our theme here. Yesterday was Texting Tuesday. We've been doing Motivation Monday. And we're just trying to theme this up so you guys know what to expect from day to day. And it gives us a little more focus too. So let me see if I can get my screen up here properly. It looks like I can. Hey, Mike, what's up? How's the weather up there in Pennsylvania? Hopefully getting better here in May. So What's Working Wednesdays? What do I have planned? So the first thing I want to share, I just saw this in my Facebook feed and I didn't have a social post today, but I thought this was a great example from Josh of a social post we can and should all probably be doing anytime we close a deal. And Josh, he does this. I've seen him do this from time to time. I've seen a lot of other agents do this, and it's just kind of a reminder that this is good form. It's a simple congrats to the people who bought the house with a, I guess Josh has this, we got the keys prop that he uses there. He can tell us about that if he ever shows up today, you know, being the slacker that he is. He shows a picture of the house, shows the family, and it's really cool, you know, and, you know, you get a bunch of engagement and congrats. It's a beautiful home. And what's going to happen here is you're showing social proof that other people are using you, right? So it's a little bit of a marketing device, but it's also just kind of a nice thing to do, right? Just congratulate your new home buyers. So that's your social post of the day. You can check that out on Josh's feed, but just kind of do the same thing yourself, right? It looks like Josh probably made that using Canva, or Mike, you might have made it. I bet you did it. So you can have an assistant do that, or you can do it yourself. Mike says it's beautiful and in the 80s. Nice, 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 nice. Wake up, Andre. Wake Up Wednesday. All right, so that is our social post of the day. I'm going to share some of the stuff that's working here that I've been kind of working on. This dynamic catalog listing ad that Ernest Enriquez helped me set up, Ernest is here this morning, is working really well. So I want to show you guys that specific ad and explain why I like it so much a little bit more, go in a little more detail about why I really like this concept. Now, companies like Ylopo kind of do something like this. There are other companies in real estate that will give you a dynamic feed for all your listings or use it for retargeting. What we're doing here is we're using the KV Core feed that Ernest helped me build. If you have KV Core and want the same thing, just reach out to him. Ernest, you can chat your comment, your email, and I'll show it on the screen because I haven't taken the time to figure out how to build these. And you know, if you're in a situation where you don't want to get technical and stuff, sometimes it's better to pay the guy, right? So I paid Ernest. He built this thing. And it's working as intended. So let me show you the ad. The first few days of the ad, I think we were around $3 or $4 a lead, but what Facebook's algorithm does is it kind of optimizes it out for you. I'm going to try to make this bigger, and you start to get a lower cost per lead over time. Now, one of the things that I really like about this ad is that because it's dynamic, I don't have to manage it, and it's always got new content in it. So every day, all the listings in our feed are showing to everybody in Pinellas County, and the Facebook algorithm is kind of optimizing it so that the right people are seeing it. I'm trying to get this to show a nice preview so you guys can kind of get the full effect of the carousel. Here we go. So you've all seen this before, right? And it's going to kind of optimize, going to kind of show the first listings first. I do think, Ernest, just so you know, I think it's still showing our pendings. If you can help me figure out how to make it stop doing that. It is mixing the pendings in there, but that's not a big deal. What we're really trying to do here is just get the opt-in name, email, and cell number. And the cost per lead the last few days has been really trending down. So yesterday we did 13 leads at $1.95 a piece. And I'm almost reluctant to use the word lead. I probably shouldn't use that, but Facebook calls them leads in lead ads. These aren't exactly leads. They are people in our database who engaged about something real estate related, right? Very, very, very high up top of funnel. But at $1.95, if I get 1 in 100 of these people to buy in the next year, that's $195 for a transaction. And if you do the right kind of follow-up, a lot of the stuff Josh and I are talking about from day to day, you should be able to hit that 1%. You should be able to, over a 2 to 3 year period, you should be able to trend up toward 2 to 3, maybe even 5% if you factor in the referrals that you'll get off of these leads. So this is a really good kind of top of funnel thing if you're on a real estate team or you're at an office that has a bunch of listings. Ernest, can you confirm with me? I don't even think you need to have the listings. This feed will just show your office's listings, right? Or it'll grab listings. Yeah. So as long as your company or office has, at least 4 or 5 listings at any given time, this should work really, really well. So we have that. That's the ad. Again, it's just grabbing our latest listings. It's doing a Facebook lead form, and then the leads are flowing into the KV Core database. Now, I want to show you an example of how this works, like literally works if you do the right follow-up. And I'm going to show an interaction here with one of the people who have opted in the last few days. Let me hope my KV Core opens up properly here. It grabs your office listings. Okay, gotcha. So this is a chat. I might bring my screen up, get my face out of here so that you guys can see the whole. I realize that it's kind of hard to see. Let's just bring up the full screen for a minute here. So this lead or contact came in. You can see our hashtag. I'm calling it Facebook listing inquiry. We have an auto text that goes out, right? It says, "Hi, Terry. Thanks for stopping and looking at listings on our site just now. Did you have any questions about a specific property, or are you just browsing for now?" Now, we're getting a lot of just browsings, of course, because we're kind of inviting that. Hey, who's this?
What happened? You started without me?
I started without you. Was I supposed to wait?
No, I'm kidding.
You got to make it big. So.
I was just trying to be funny.
All right. Very funny. All right. So I'm talking about this listing catalog ad we've been doing locally. We're down to $1.95 a lead yesterday.
Okay.
So here's an example response where our auto text went out. Now, guys, remember the trick, the thanks for stopping by? I put a space between the stopping. It's real small on your screen. But it did kill the unsubscribe language. It's not there. So that still works, right? In the first text, we got here we go. Assessing the inventory. I have a home in Clearwater. Oh, I feel so bad. I forgot to mute the contact. I'll blur it on the replay, but I forgot to blur the contact info, guys. Don't bother this guy. I don't think
it's really hard to see it anyway. If anybody,
I don't think anybody's ever done that, but I always feel bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says, assessing the inventory. I have a home in Clearwater, which we recently purchased and renovated and considering selling. Does it get any better than that? On an auto text.
Yeah.
And then we have a guy named Toby Biondi, who's just a superhero. He's one of the best sort of ISAs I've ever seen. And the reason is he's a very seasoned realtor himself, but he's been out RVing with his family for a few years. Nice. So he's just helping the office out doing, he knows how to have these conversations. So basically he did some contact on his own. He called the guy, he had a conversation. And where we're at with this is that we're getting a home value, a home valuation out to the guy, like a CMA or something. But so you let the automated stuff do its work. It generates conversation, and have a real human try to follow up. And if you get some insight into what they're trying to do the work and get the CMA out, right, Josh? Get it going.
Yeah. And by the way, that's a big part of what our value proposition with our mortgage team, what we're doing for folks.
Yep.
So let's chat if we haven't already.
Yeah. So the dynamic catalog ads, talk to Ernest about that. Again, $1.95 a lead. That's probably going to go down toward the lower dollars. And if we get a 1 in 100 of these to convert, which is, I don't know, we've probably gotten 30 leads off of it so far. We already have an interaction like this. I know we've had others. Come on. It's just how you get ROI.
And Ryan, because I know we talked about the carousel last week, or maybe it was Monday, I don't remember. Are you running it open targeting, or is it a retargeting?
No, we're using this for fresh top of funnel acquisition.
Top of funnel, or top of entry into the pipeline. Right on. Okay.
Yeah. So it's 58 leads so far for $2.52 a piece. It was like $4 the first few days. Probably been running a little over a week. Our cost per landing page view, Josh, this is really interesting, is almost the same as our cost per lead. So these people are actually clicking to continue after they enter the lead form.
So they actually want to see the listings. They actually, for those of you that aren't following, so that means almost 100% of leads that submit their data are then actually going on at the confirmation, going and looking at the properties.
And that drop off is kind of a thing. It happens a lot with Facebook lead form ads. You get a big drop off usually.
I would say 40 to 50% is normal.
Yeah.
So the fact that I mean, that's pretty that's interesting. That's interesting.
And if you're watching and in our case, we're not routing these to the whole office yet. They're just kind of going to the it's Toby, and we're controlling the lead flow so far. But if you have a full office or you have a team and you want to get good contacts in front of your team, this would be a really good thing to lead route or to put into a pond.
Sure.
Because it's unaffordable and it could give activity to your team pretty quickly. So
yep, love it.
All right, Josh, I shared your congrats social post with everybody. I thought it was really cool. The one you posed.
I mean, I don't know if it's any good, quite honestly, because like I literally just threw it together. There's not a call to action. What I may do is turn that into a retargeting ad that I run for a couple of weeks with a call to action. Like PS, if you're thinking about buying or selling, go here for a free instant home valuation or whatever. I still haven't thought that through.
You should share a little bit more detail about their story, maybe what kind of financing they used, something like that.
Totally. And I would have done all of that. It's just we were scrambling to get settled yesterday. I was running around all night, running kids around. My schedule today is crazy busy, and I wanted to get something out sooner than later. And I can always tell a longer, I could always do a longer story after the fact anyway, right?
What's going on here?
What's that? Yeah.
Are you wearing flip flops to a closing? Oh, you can't see my arrows,
man. Absolutely.
You can't see my arrows. I was drawing arrows, but I don't think they showed up on the screen.
No, we saw them. I saw them.
Oh, okay.
I put my foot up. I'm wearing the same ones this morning for my listing appointment.
Good job.
Yeah.
All right.
We live in different times. This is who I am. I'm not going to pretend to be someone I'm not.
I'm kidding around. I'm far worse.
Yeah.
All right. I'm surprised you could wear them up there. Mike just said it's like in the 80s or something.
Oh no, it's been beautiful. We've had beautiful weather. Oh yeah, it's been awesome.
So Josh, as I was grabbing some examples for today, I took a peek at your KV core. You got some good responses yesterday to your investment texting Tuesday, right?
That was your idea too. The investment property script was totally your idea, and yeah, we have. In fact, when we're done here, between now and our my EXP team huddle, I've got to get caught up because we got so many replies, and some of them we need to just step back in and continue the conversation with them.
Yeah, these are pretty positive. I like the Myrtle Beach one because that's just a referral. You probably have somebody on your team who you could send that to, right?
Yep.
But I like these. I'll get back to you real soon. These are like a little more specific.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I have to get several of them. I have to get set up in the MLS because there was one that is interested in only 4 units for whatever reason. Then another one interested in smaller multifamilies. So got to get them set up on MLS. I think it's better in those scenarios, just the direct MLS search, right?
The text, in case anybody's wondering, because I'm Mickey Mouse in your system, so it says morning Mickey Mouse yesterday.
Okay,
just curious
nice.
if you'd be interested in checking out some investment properties. LMK, thanks, for those of you who don't remember. And that's what elicited all these responses.
Yep. And we have there were several variations to the script that was we added to the wakeup.real estate site yesterday. So if you go to yesterday's show or you go to scripts and templates, I think is the header or the tab in the header. You can absolutely check that out. So I want to. Did you have anything else? I wanted to. What I can't see.
I'm looking back through our Minnie got COVID. I'm looking back through all of our chats, right? And I have all your texting Tuesdays in one thread. It's kind of useful. Yeah, it's like one archive.
That's great. Cool. So I was late, obviously. Tried to be funny. I was late because I was coming from a listing appointment. And I think there's value in unpacking how I got to this listing appointment. Okay. This started last summer. Here's how it started. I listed a double wide in a 55 plus community in my township. That lead came from a downsizing Renos style ad, real estate niche operating system, specifically going after folks looking to downsize. She was already in a type of property that would be, she was in a single floor double wide in a 55 plus, but she was looking to move out of the area. She relocated. So listed and sold her double wide. In the process of that, I sent out just listed and just sold postcards with thanks.io. That netted me, so far it's netted me one additional listing taken and sold, and two more that when the timing is right, they're going to list with me. I just need
how many did you send? Like 100?
Yeah, it was there's not many in that park. It was 98 or something like that. Anyway, the second one, so I forget the first gal's name, but the second one, the one that responded to the postcard was a woman named Cindy. So took her listing, sold that one as well. And I have to double check this, but I think Cosette helped her relocate it. She was buying a new house locally. I can't even remember that. However, her husband, they're now getting divorced. Their family home that they lived in for quite some time, she's been trying to get me that listing since late fall, early winter.
Oh, this was the one who's trying to get her half of the money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I did a good job.
Yeah.
So she wanted me to work with her husband. Her husband is the one living in the family home. She's long since moved on and moved out, but they never actually formally got divorced. So that is where I was this morning. I finally was able to get the in-person appointment to take a tour of it. It is a doozy. Whew.
It's good or bad, doozy?
It is.
You're trying to stay positive.
It is. Huh? They've been in there for a while, and but what we're going to do so I think this is valuable and useful on some level as well. This property is not ready to be. I mean, we could put it on the MLS, but it is a hot mess. So I had said to them, I've got some local investors that we could at least get an idea. Let's schedule a time next week. Let me have 2, 3, 4 of these local guys. We'll bring them all in together. Let them take their pictures and their measurements or whatever. We'll get some offers. And if we don't like those, then we can explore putting it on the open market.
It needs renovations, basically. It's
huge. There's tons of square footage, which means it's a costly renovation. It's not going to be.
Is it in a good spot?
Yeah, I mean it's in a good school district, and
there will be interest.
Yeah, there will definitely be interest. But it's not as simple as the one I just sold in the neighborhood where it was in great shape, great condition, whatever. But that's what we do, right? I share that story for several reasons. Number one, to see, for all the the coaches and gurus out there that tell you just take care of your sphere of influence and past clients and get referrals from them, they're right. And also, if you don't have those folks, there's nothing to come from, right? This is a referral that came from a past client, that came from a cold lead that came from, you know what I mean? Like you have to facilitate that. You can't just wait for it.
I want to dig there a little more because we get, even at my days at KV Core, a lot of the questions you'll get is what are the ROI? What's the ROI on this lead source? So speaking specifically about a property boost or a Facebook lead form or a downsizing ad like you had, you're going to pay $2 to $3 for that lead, maybe $5, right?
Yeah.
And you'll say, yeah, well, a 1% direct response is pretty doable. 1 in 100 of those people might do something with you. Right. But like we were just saying, you just generated 2 or 3 more transactions out of that.
At a minimum, we've got 2 so far.
Yeah.
And this third one, I mean, I think it's gonna, I don't know if I get, well, let's not talk about commission, but somewhere it'll get me another 7,500 to maybe 10,000 in GCI, right? Like
what'd you spend on an initial downsizing campaign for that month? Maybe a couple $100.
Yeah.
For that whole month. Yeah. So the business, it compounds. Everything we do in this business compounds builds on top of each other. And that's why it doesn't make sense to stop, even if you're not getting instant results. You got to keep your pedal, your foot on it.
And also we totally get, like, Ryan and I, we freak out. We turn stuff off all the time. So some of this is just us reminding ourselves, like, do the right stuff. It compounds over time. The math and the finances work in your favor over the long term if you're doing the work and you're doing the right things. For example, sending a weekly email newsletter every Friday. For example, sending out text scripts like we sent yesterday.
Just listed postcards. Just sold postcards. Every time, even if you don't really have the money, It's okay.
And so the other lesson, though, too, so the second one is, like, they're not all going to be easy, right? So, for those of you wondering, I'm not going to have anything formally signed in place before I go take these folks through. I know that these folks will take care of me, and I know that the folks that I'm bringing through, I've already pre-vetted. They're already. I know that they are of good character and want to take care of agent relationships so that people like myself will bring them opportunities.
You're doing something very strategic there too. You're getting in their good graces because they're really going to appreciate the fact that you're giving them an inside track. You're building that relationship too.
And listen, there's some risk in me doing that on my part, right? And I get that, but again, I've already seen these clients. Like they're not looking. They're not interviewing other agents. They're not doing whatever, because I've already done a good job with her. I've been building a relationship with him over the last few months, and we finally got to a tipping point where we're ready to, we're ready to do something.
You're doing what's in their best interest, not yours necessarily, but you're getting a little bit of you in there.
Yeah.
So
and remembering the relationship with them, right? There's value in the relationship with them, and there's value in the relationship on the investor side as well, and getting opportunities on both sides of that by just doing the right thing and trying to be, a problem solver and helpful and useful. So
cool. I got one more. What's working now?
Yeah, beautiful.
Just a quick example. And I was looking in Thanks.io. There were more people doing this than I remembered.
Okay.
But it's the happy Huoseaversary card.
Yeah.
And you can send this. You can go into your tax records. You can go into Remind and just send this to people you didn't do a deal with.
Yeah, that's great. Actually.
You really could.
Like, what is this?
Well, it's been a year since you closed on your house. I'm just saying happy anniversary. Yeah. Here's a gift card.
Great to send it to people that it's like their 10-year house.
20. Yeah.
Start making it into like some kind of thing. It's your silver Huoseaversary.
Well, they're going to be like, oh yeah, it is. It'll get the endorphins flowing around you and their house. And we know that most people are orphaned by their real estate agents.
100%. Their real estate agent may not even be in the business anymore.
Yeah. So, but I like this one. This fella, I didn't put his name on here because I don't have his permission to share. And I saw another guy who's did a few of these today too. So they're doing it by Zapier. I can tell. It's just kind of going out. And they have an automated trigger.
Encouraging, Ryan, to see some people actually do what you recommend. I mean,
it is. Well, what's great about the gift card guys is nobody redeems them. So It's, you'll look at this and you're like, oh, he's spending $10. And people, they look at it and they thank you, they say, yeah, great, thank you. And they like that you did it, but most people don't. You guys, we've sent about 100 to you guys as you signed up for Wake Up Real Estate, and about 4 of you have redeemed so far.
Right.
So,
I got a cubby full of actual gift cards that we forget all the time. Like we got a stack of Chipotle cards. Our kids eat Chipotle like 3 times a week, and we forget to use them like every time.
Yep. You got to scan those into your phone.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah.
So you can just show the QR. So anyway, it just says, wow, it's been another year that you have owned your home. Time is really flying by. Happy Huoseaversary. If you made any changes to the house this past year, text me a quick picture. I would love to see the updates. That's pretty cool.
I like that.
Right? People like to talk about their house, especially when you spend 50 grand on a kitchen like I did last year. I'm telling everybody about that damn thing. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
so please enjoy this Home Depot gift card to help you do some work on your home this year. Let me know if you need anything from me. I like it. It's not a specific call to action, but it's just a, hey, I'm here for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So do it, guys. Go make a list of your past clients from last year. Put the date that they bought on, put it on your calendar. Even if you manually put on your calendar, the 1-year anniversary of each one, and it'll just pop up and just go fire off a card. All right. That's what I had, Josh. Anything else from you?
Pounds over time. I got nothing else.
Good.
I got, man, oh man, I got a busy day today, full of good stuff, but a busy day nonetheless. I'm talking about my local association actually invited me to come talk about Chat GPT and so forth, and I was like, okay.
You seem techie, son.
Yeah, exactly. Like they my local association at least thinks that I'm on the leading edge of technology.
Well, that's your that's the where you just had that listing in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
So that's a really good event. That's a good networking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
So we got that going on. One of our Relo partners, we're doing a little live stream later today. You may see that pop up here on some of our live feeds around the co-marketing and some of the unique things we're doing there. So lots of good stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, any plugs from you, Josh? Just our co-marketing page, maybe I'll mention.
RealestateliFsupport.com, the co-marketing page. Check that out and let's chat. I mean, we'd love to get you, some activity flowing your way, some opportunities coming your way, and turn your database into some opportunities and grow your database if you're interested.
Yeah, man, it's easy to do 100K kitchen now, Larry. It's scary. It creeps, especially with what happened, with the inflation that's happened in the last few years. I'm going to share a picture of my kitchen with you guys tomorrow because I have to. I share with everybody. All right. So that's what you want to be on for tomorrow. That and Tech Tip Thursday. We'll have some stuff. Maybe right. Josh will share some of his Chat GPT tricks. I want to see what you come up with for that.
Oh, here's the thing. It's actually, I'm like the co-host, let's say. I'm providing the agent perspective. It's actually an attorney who's providing some like legal perspective or legal considerations of it for real estate agents, and then I'm just going to be there to kind of chime in on some recommendations from the agent perspective.
Oh, you mean your local MLS board association?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant your development. Where you?
Oh, no. Yeah, when you said the listing, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. But yes.
Thank you. Yes, Real Estate Life Support. Let me see. Yes, real estate. What that is? That's just a redirect. Look at that. Thank you for the heads up, Tech Savvy Agent. I don't have an SSL on.
No wonder no one's been submitting.
Well, where did I register that?
We've stumped the.
No, I have it forwarding to the Wake Up Real Estate site, but somewhere in the forward, I don't have the SSL correct. Thank you for the heads up.
Thanks for the heads up.
Who is that? Who's the Tech Savvy Agent?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thank you. We'd like to plug whatever you're doing, Tech Savvy Agent.
Absolutely.
So drop a URL.
Absolutely. Like, comment, subscribe, share all the fun things. Back tomorrow with Tech Tip Thursday.
Thanks, Mariah.
On Friday, even though it's a holiday weekend, but certainly we'll take Monday off, Memorial Day. Maria Lewinsky. All right.
Cool.
Maria. Maybe we'll have
you up and say hi.
Yeah.
All right.
Good
See
stuff.
you guys.
Thanks.